I'll think of.
You've been trying, but you're nothing like me. You can make it, but you're not fooling me. If you jump in the fire, I'll be watching you burn. I'll be waiting till you get what you deserve. You've been lying across the 7 seas, tried to hide it, but now it's sink or swim. If you jump in the fire, watching.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We're here for our AEW Rampage live reaction. Tonight's Rampage looks actually very, very good. As you guys know, they filmed Rampage after Dynamite, so they still had the 2 rings. So we're getting a 2-ring battle royal.
Royal Rampage today.
Royal Rampage, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot.
I'm excited. It's a cool concept.
I know, right?
Both rings.
I love it. I hope that there's some dark elevation matches where they're using both rings too.
Ooh, can't wait
Not
for
having- I can't believe they didn't have a Ray Phoenix match with 2 rings, because what Ray Phoenix would have done would have been insane.
He'd be the only one to ever beat Shane McMahon on the best coast to coast.
He would.
Like I heard there's a lot of people
Across.
there that was exposed to COVID or something.
At this last event.
Yeah, and they weren't there.
Wow. Oh, Blood and Guts was
Fucking Darby.
amazing, though.
Why isn't Sting in this battle royal?
He's probably still hurt from Sunday.
Yeah, that makes sense, though.
The man only jumped off the tunnel.
Yeah, this old dude flying in the air.
We're coming off Forbidden Door and we're coming off Blood and Guts. This is insane.
Yeah, man.
What a stretch. Hopefully that this is where another start of AEW's amazing content goes.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I think this is going to give us into a better direction now, especially with the next pay-per-view a couple months away. This is going to be a lead up to probably another amazing show.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
So if the live viewers, sometimes AEW doesn't do a good job of explaining the rules, but in this match, there's 2-ring battle royals. There's supposed to be 2 men, like there's gonna be 10 guys in one ring and another 10 guys in another. Then the 2 guys who are left in both of the rings will go against each other in a one-on-one match later on. Whoever wins that one-on-one match will then go against Moxley for the interim championship.
Okay,
Just
then.
a little side note. I just love seeing Darby and
this is
Tony
cool.
just, starting it out again. That's a good nod to their rivalry.
Like I love that shot.
Oh,
I love the shot
That is a great shot. Yeah, the shot of the 2 rings.
You got Hangman and Will Hobbs in one ring, and
here comes the fabulous Ricky Starks.
Because this episode is already taped, I did have the winner of this spoiled for me. But obviously I will not say anything.
was there
This
one
brings
winner
back
or-
old WCW feeling, you know.
It's just one winner.
Tony Schiavone said today that those were the rules on the AEW YouTube channel.
Oh, a good spear.
Oh,
The rules change at a drop of a dime.
I like seeing
that was a hell of a spear.
I like seeing Starks and Hangman go, because Hangman is, the one who broke Starks' neck. He could play off that.
Right.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Shout out to
lot you
Mark
can do.
Sterling. Oh, that was a great spot. Okay, I probably didn't go over the top rope, so that's okay with me. But come on, Darby, you need to slow this stuff down, man. You gotta.
Jeez. That looked like it hurt him.
Yeah, because on the AEW Control Center today, Tony Schiavone explained the rules, and the rules were supposed to be 2 people in each ring.
We need to see more of the bunny.
Who?
The bunny.
She possibly might be injured.
I think she's injured. I heard that.
Yeah.
But she's still on there with Butcher and the Blade.
Yeah.
But just as are they eliminated, Darby and
No,
Butcher?
because you
or-
didn't go to the top
Oh,
rope.
See,
jeez.
every battle royal Darby does this.
Mm.
The concept of the match is to stay in the ring. I swear,
Yeah,
if
but
he
he
was,
doesn't go to the top rope. He's playing to the rules.
I swear, because the last battle royal he did a coffin drop outside from
Yeah,
the top rope,
unlimited.
he should have been eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was only a little down in that match for me.
And Butcher came out and went straight for Darby.
Man, they are out for blood because every time those guys have locked up, it's been a great match. I still want to see the dark that they taped with it.
Man, I wish that I went to this event because it's in Detroit. It was about a 3.5 hour drive from me. I should have went, but I didn't.
That's okay, man.
Hangman and Silver's got a little teamwork.
John Silver.
One of the 4 Dark Order members left.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. I'm kind of upset about that.
I think they're disbanding the Dark Order now.
Silver, Reynolds, Evil Uno 10.
Yeah, but really, keep it limited, maybe it'll be fine. Oh no!
Oh, here we go. They're hugging it out.
No! Please no!
Oh no!
Max
you faked them on that one.
Okay, that was kind of a fun little spot. No. I liked that.
Yeah, I got you. I got
here
you.
Comes Backcaster.
That was hilarious. It was like psych.
Psych.
Psych your mind. Uh-oh.
Wow.
I love Max Caster.
Damn.
I think he'd be a good TNT champ.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like he would. On a Wednesday,
was he and Johnny Silver dancing?
He was dancing.
Okay, this is a fun match. I like this. That gives a thumbs up for me.
Hangman was kind of dancing a little bit too.
Yes. Scissor me, daddy ass.
I can't wait for what's his name? Keno Suzuki or
Konosuke Takeshita.
I'm getting the names. That's who I mean. I can't wait because he's supposed to be in this match.
He is? Okay. I haven't seen that.
Oh, interesting.
Did Max Caster just scissor the Blade?
No, the Blade dismissed it. He's like, nah, I don't want it. No scissoring here.
His in-ring debut.
Valley's not wrestling?
Uh-oh, here we go.
He should have been in this match, Andrade. But no,
man, could you imagine them as a tag team, man, going for the belts? I mean, come on.
Unless he's hurt.
El Toro Blanco.
That's deadly. I kind of hope we see some New Japan talent in this. That'd be kind of cool to see a special guest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that what was supposed to happen, it was supposed to be the Young Bucks versus Shingo and Hiromu, but because Hiromu's not here, I think they put Bishamon against the Young Bucks, and I bet that Bishamon was supposed to be in this originally.
See, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
The Blade.
But man, Shingo and Hiromu versus the Young Bucks for the AEW title would have been awesome. Or for the AEW tag titles.
Yeah.
Shout out to that entrance way, man. Like the Blade coming out, like his graphics on it looks tight.
That was pretty badass, though.
Can they keep that like for like Dynamite from now on, or because I like that I like that entrance. At least
this has got a WCW feel. With,
yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. It reminds me of like '94 WCW.
Like the shot that they just shown with both rings. Do you still have like admin permission? Like Aiden?
I don't know. I have no idea how to check.
Because I changed the password because of some stuff.
I would assume that I don't then.
Caleb Conley.
Hey, Caleb, good to see you, man.
What's up, Caleb?
Yeah, there was a that night we had what was his name, Lucifer.
That was funny.
I don't know if he hacked our account and he was commenting as us, or he made another account portraying us and commenting.
How many accounts does this guy have? Like seriously, like you're taking
way
too much time.
I would block him over and over to keep him making new accounts.
That's really Sling Blade to the outside. That looks pretty brutal, though. And I'm not usually a Sling Blade fan, but that one looked pretty cool.
I don't know if you guys seen it, but Kip Sabian came back to in-ring action last
That was a Rev Pro, right?
Yeah, I seen he was a wrestling.
Hopefully that
So
means
that's good.
he will return to
Getting
in-ring
that ring
action
rust
soon.
off. I like that because if you get that ring rust off before he steps back in the big, squared circle, then
John Silver's
it almost reminds me of like a pitcher like going to like the minor leagues just to get his arm rehab. So I'm okay with that.
Oh,
Strickland.
oh, we got an out. We got somebody outside the ring.
Whose house?
Hey, Jace.
Dude, I wish we could have got Swerve versus Styles.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been great. I'm seeing a heel turn for Swerve eventually.
I think
especially after he got rid of the sideburns.
I mean, but what if they did something that nobody saw coming, like turn Keith heel?
That'd be a cool twist. And Max
Caster. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, Max Caster's out. I think Dustin Rhodes is supposed to be in this too. Keith Lee.
I kind of want it to be Keith Lee versus Swerve.
I really want to see that.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get that at All Out, and I could see them like reconciling as a team after.
Speaking of the devil,
Limitless
in his glory.
I mean, but imagine a monster heel in Keith Lee. I mean, I could see that.
Has he ever been heel since?
I don't think he's ever played. I don't think he's ever been a heel, really. I don't think so.
He's too lovable to be a heel.
That's true, though. I mean, he is a lovable guy. I mean, the dude's cool as hell. It would be kind of hard to boo him.
He, complications with COVID, heart problems. Like, you can't boo that. There's so much there that makes him a sympathetic person.
Yeah.
The Dragon Ball inspired moveset.
Right. But I can feel that tension between the two of them. Like, I feel like they're hinting at it.
Yeah, it's inevitable. I can feel it.
It almost reminds me of like the heel turn with Christian. We knew it was coming eventually, but like I said, I think looking back, I think they're going to do the same thing as Swerve and Lee. Because that right there,
odds are Swerve's going to turn on him eventually. It's got to happen.
Yeah.
He just Starks and Powerhouse posing.
I kind of want to see Mox and Hangman again.
That was a great match. That was an awesome match.
What do you guys think about Santana possibly? Yeah, I've heard that him and Ortiz doesn't really get along anymore.
Yeah, that's so wild to me. Yeah.
That's news to me.
He tweeted on his Twitter like the days of like how much longer he has on his contract, and it was.
I hope he can leave.
And it was like pushing towards. I think it was September.
Yeah, September is when his contract is rumored to be up.
I
think it's insane.
Oh man!
And then,
I really see him.
I've noticed here, like here recently, Ortiz has been in a lot of singles matches, and they're not really seen together as much. And I think he got injured on Wednesday, but he wasn't up there on the cage.
AEW said they believe it's an ACL tear. I think
an ACL tear.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. That's one of the most painful injuries.
That's 9 months on the shelf usually.
I don't want.
Jeez. Like even if he leaves AEW, AEW could technically freeze his contract.
I don't think they will. I don't think AEW's like that. At least I would hope not, because that's immoral to do. I think if he wants to be out, then I say let him out. I'm really disappointed by that because Santana and Ortiz, they should definitely be champions. I think that
they should have been champs a long time ago, man. I agree with that.
Totally agree. I would say that Lucha Bros beat the Young Bucks at All Out 2021. I'd have FTR beat the Lucha Bros, and then Santana Ortiz beat FTR. Best Friends beat Santana Ortiz, because there's so much history there with all of them. You had those 2 FTR Santana Ortiz matches. You've had a few. I don't know how many exactly. Best Friends versus Santana Ortiz matches, and you even saw that organic feud between the two because you saw Trent and Santana face off, and the fans went crazy for it. And so clearly there's still that connection there between the two teams.
I was kind of hoping like we would get Santana Ortiz after Jurassic Express. because that was
that's what I was.
Yeah.
Like I would have had Santana Ortiz
might have had
beat
the
the
Hardys
Lucha
with it,
Bros.
but
And
we need like some.
they're
fresh
both
blood.
out.
Uh-oh.
Both Penta
Oh,
and
snap.
Rusev out.
Oh, snap.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Really? You took yourself?
What's he gonna do? Is he gonna
Oh,
hit Penta?
man. He hit the low blow and got the instant karma.
That was a bad
So we're
choice.
gonna see Penta?
Frankie Kazarian.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's got
Whoa.
damn.
Like I would have had
He
Santana.
just chunked the chair right in his face.
Because Lucha Bros and Santana Ortiz had an amazing rivalry and Impact. Like that was the main course of the show. Like that, like they were the main feud.
Is Frankie Kazarian in? Did he even like?
Yeah.
Is he eliminated?
Yeah, that's his music, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I like his trunks. Shout out to Frankie.
I thought Matt Hardy got injured at AAA.
I just noticed it.
I think it was probably just a minor injury. If he's here now,
hopefully it is. Yeah, because he's
twist of fate. Oh no!
He's really hanging on.
No!
Oh, come on!
Wow.
Oh!
Dang!
He is holding
That was a
on.
good call. He almost had it.
Oh, damn! For a second, I thought
Dante
Matt was
Martin.
gonna skin the cat.
Oh, Dante Martin's gonna do something insane.
We going for a ride.
Ricky.
That was a cool little slide.
Ricky Starks.
Has Ricky Starks and Dante ever gone against each other?
I think so.
I think they have, yeah.
For the FTW.
No.
Yeah, I
not
think
Ricky.
so.
Ricky Starks
No,
is
not
very.
Ricky. No.
He was this.
Oh, he's hanging! He's hanging! He's hanging!
Oh,
Whoa.
Ricky is
cool
hanging
spot.
there.
I like that.
I think I'm very
Oh,
delayed
oh, that was good.
because I just got to Dante's insane slide.
Real quick, was that a botch, or was one of those guys out of position, or did Ricky oversell it?
It kind of looked like a botch.
Oh, I think it might be is the last two people in this match didn't go against each other in a one-on-one match. It just won't take place at a later date. It will happen.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Like that might be it.
I've only seen one winner though.
Well, like they probably like there's two people left, and then as soon as the battle royal was over, they did they started the one-on-one.
At least we had somebody from Japan.
Then there was a winner.
Okay.
Yeah, like I like this guy.
Konosuke?
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it.
I love him.
Takeshita?
He's had phenomenal matches. He had some with Danny Limelight on Dark a while ago. Those were phenomenal. Yeah.
Who was he?
Unbelievable talent.
Was it Hangman that he went against on Dynamite?
He did, yeah, and it was a really good match. He also has really good matches in DDT.
Whoa.
I highly suggest checking them out.
A dual suplex, very good.
He also has
Oh,
wheels.
that was nice.
He doesn't have legs. He has wheels. He hits such high speed.
So almost like a Looney Tune.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys hear about some fans getting kicked out of Forbidden Door?
For fighting?
Or was it Forbidden Door?
I heard something with fighting.
Oh,
like it was it was a Forbidden Door because a fan was trying to take pictures of Tay Conti behind.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Brody King.
Ooh, Brody King. Oh.
Brody King. All right.
Dude, him and Mox would be cool.
I think Buddy Matthews has an injury too. Well, he's wrestling through his injury.
I love Brody King. I love his band too.
The man is massive.
I was watching this one match. PWG. It was Malachi and Brody King versus Darby and Jungle Boy.
What?
Oh, wow.
And Darby, like, it's not the old arena he uses. It's like this. I don't know what you'd call it, but like Darby got on the top of the, I guess they have like 2 rows of seats. He got on the second floor of the seats and did a coffin drop.
Oh wow, that'd be cool. I'm gonna have to watch that.
I love Brody King. He's a very physical wrestler. He does a lot of strong style. You'll see that on New Japan Strong.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to
You'll
see
that in a lot of his
PCO
work.
come over. I think PCO would be cool with. Wasn't he in a team with Brody King at in ROH?
I have never been huge into watching ROH. Like I watch all the old ROH. I never watch any modern day ROH.
I think Brody King teamed up with possibly PCO.
PCO.
Who was it? Let me see.
But poor Orange, man. Why are they having him wrestle again? This is like 3 times a
Yep.
week.
This is Cassidy's in again. They're gonna overexpose him like they did before he was injured. I love Orange Cassidy, but I think he's a really delicate character because you don't want him on your TV every single day. You want to, like him being away for a while really helped like raise his stock for when he came back against Will Ospreay.
Wrestling wise, always loved back when they first started, where like you would open a door and he'd just be.
I really don't think they have a choice now because like there was a lot of people who's injured, and there was a lot of people who were out exposed to COVID.
Well, I mean, like there's still a lot of the roster's still stacked. You know, you have Malachi Black, Andrade Rush. I'd have to like look at the roster page, but there's a lot more people that could be in a better position than Orange Cassidy, in my opinion.
Because like I don't even know who was out, who was exposed to COVID. Like there could have been a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, no telling how many people were exposed.
They said that they were very very limited this week.
I want to see more Ricky Starks though. I think it's time we get him. Like,
if they got people that can
use. I totally agree with that. I want to see way more Ricky Starks. Now that there's tons of big names out, give Ricky that push. It's his time.
What is this?
Why not? I mean, he's got the goods. You know he can get it all done.
I think Ricky Starks. I bet the next 5 years we are going to hold him up like we talked about Jericho.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be one of those people that's like a cornerstone of any wrestling promotion he's in.
I actually love his promo work.
What a chop!
I really loved in the Darby feud when he came out with the face paint. He's like, I don't need face paint to be somebody, and I'm like, that's so good.
I'm hoping I want to find that figure because they made an action figure of that one, and I want to find it. So
that'd be good.
Oh my God!
Ricky Starks takes out Keith Lee.
Did Starks just take out Keith? Keith Lee.
Swerve is out as well.
Yeah, Swerve went out first.
So we got Hangman.
Wow.
Got Hangman, Brody King, Ricky Starks, Butcher and Blade, and Darby.
No, Swerve just went out, I think.
I kind of want to see Brody King and Brody King and the Butcher. Can we book that match, please?
I want to see them team together, and they just be beefy boys teaming together. That's what I want.
Each other.
What? Brody King just.
It's a lot of beef.
Whoa! And what? Oh!
What the?
Poor Hangman! Ow! This guy is gonna be. He's gonna be a big.
I did not see that coming, dude.
He needs to be.
The Blade's out.
Make him your champion, please.
I did not see that coming.
We got Brody
down
King.
To Darby and Brody King.
Oh, shit. Okay. Now we got us a match, man. This is going to be awesome. We got a match now.
I'm betting that I don't think they're going to give Darby the title shot so soon. I think you got to save that a bit.
He power bombed the shit out of Darby, man.
I kind of want to see Brody King and Moxley now. Like, I think that's the direction they got to go.
I think, but if it is Brody King and Mox, I think they're going to do House of Black versus Blackpool Combat Club.
Please.
I would say have Blackpool Combat Club.
I would love that.
Establish House of Black as the most dominant trio.
Yeah, for sure. But jeez, did you poor
Damn.
Darby? That's got to be worse than when KO does it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight just flopping around like that.
Shout out to Darby, man. That's probably gonna hurt more than a steel chair or jumping off the top. Oh my gosh.
You gotta admit the dude could take an ass whooping, man.
I love Darby's one of my favorites. Like
if Darby goes against Moxley again, Darby has to win this time because Moxley's beat Darby like 3 times now in a row.
Yeah.
Well, I think that eventually Darby is going to beat Mox. I think it'll happen. It'll definitely happen someday, but I don't think it should be happening anytime soon.
I don't think it's to be for the interim championship, though.
Yeah, I totally agree with that too.
Because Darby lost. Well, Brody King won.
Well, Darby,
Oh my gosh!
it's so Darby's so easy to
man.
lose. That's what's great about him. He
Oh,
can
that was
lose a
brutal.
feud and then be right in championship running just because he's like the fans love him so much. He's so easy to heat up again.
I did not.
Yeah.
Well, Darby he can lose and be fine. Like he doesn't need to be super protected.
That was an awesome ending. I haven't seen the ending, but
that ending was pretty sweet.
Dropping him, that was so cool.
He just
that was brutal, man. That was brutal.
Just put him in a sleeper
That's
hold, chokehold, and then that was
he just held him for a couple of seconds and then dropped him. That was badass.
Camera work too.
Yeah, that was very good.
Yes, they had some great shots in that match.
Work.
I like the shot that showed both of the rings. They had 2 split screens of both of the rings, like both rings.
That's very WCW.
Shout out to Brody King. Like,
I think
like what camera, like just how using both rings, very, very good touches on that match.
Do you guys remember when WCW did a World War III and they had 3 rings?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. I have not seen.
I remember that.
One they had like 100 people. It looked like 100 people and
what?
All in the match.
It was a cluster. It was a huge cluster of folks in like 3 rings.
I think we have your Monday special.
I think in '95, I think Randy Savage won it. But Hulk Hogan,
because Hulk Hogan tried to play it off like I know exactly the one you're talking about, because Hulk Hogan, he tried to make it all about himself when Macho was the one who won.
Yeah, like he never really got eliminated, but Randy Savage won.
Right.
Hulk Hogan was demanding the rematch.
Jeez, man.
I like the one where it was. You remember when it was Hulk Hogan and Paul White, and like they had a monster truck match, and then
the monster truck sumo match.
And then Hulk Hogan, and then Hulk Hogan
and the giant fell off the building and came out walking.
And then all through commentary, I love their commentary. They were, like Bobby Heenan was like, "Oh, we got." He said, "We got Nitro tomorrow. Like, what are we gonna do? I mean, we got a dead person on our roster. Like, what do we do?" And then Tony Schiavone's like, "It's like, well, you got a job to do tomorrow night."
Right. I will say this: there was some badass monster trucks that they had.
Like they made it so, like they played it off so good, and like during that time, people probably believed it. Because like I remember,
that was the night the Yeti premiered. I remember that.
I remember when the debut, like NWO thing started. That fans started, like local fans started calling the police on the NWO.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It was on the It was the Monday Night Wars documentary. They showed. It's on Peacock, I think.
Yeah, it should be. That's what I'm thinking, because I know they're on the library, so it should be on there.
Yeah, like that's where I get all that stuff.
We need to do a WCW night and go over matches. Like we gotta do that.
Yeah. I like.
I mean, because for a time WCW was killing WWF.
William Regal exposed Goldberg.
Oh, that's a great one when he totally exposed Goldberg.
Yeah.
You could also do stuff like you could do the Ric Flair versus Steamboat. Champions.
Yes.
Classic stuff.
Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio, Halloween Havoc. I don't remember what year.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
And then
that's the match when Eddie tried to rip Mysterio's mask off. I totally remember that match.
I most remember it because Rey Mysterio had the most purple gear I've ever seen. It was really funny. But
yeah.
Throwing some Ultimo Dragon. Oh man.
Oh man.
I love Ultimo Dragon.
Yeah, Hook. What chips is he eating this week? Looks like
he looks like he just woke up.
Those are totally the sweet Thai chili Doritos. I know because I recognize the bag.
Oh, damn.
I'm a glutton.
Those are really good too. Those are great Doritos. They taste
very
really good.
My boy Cade buys those all the time. Hello, Lucifer Morningstar.
We got the AEW Tag Team Championship match next. Yoshi.
All right.
I want to pronounce her name so bad, but if I do,
it's Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto, right? For who they're
I
facing,
think
Bishamon.
that's how you pronounce it.
Hiroshi. Yeah, like I know
Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto. I love Hiroki Goto.
I've never.
Whatever happened to
like
Yoshi Tatsu.
I miss Yoshi Tatsu.
He was in WWE for a little bit. I don't know whatever happened to him. A lot of people were saying that Chuck Taylor's contract wasn't going to be renewed, but he came back last night. He was on Dark Elevation for Dynamite. Then he was on Dynamite.
Oh, really? See, because I kept hearing like he was leaving the company. That's all I kept hearing.
Yeah, because he was absent for so long, but he came back for before Dynamite in a Dark Elevation match, and then him and Trent was on Dynamite with Orange Cassidy.
Hopefully that means Best Friends are back, because Best Friends are very fun to watch.
I hope so.
I thought he got hurt. I thought he was hurt for a little bit.
Know.
Who knows? There's a huge list right now. People are hurt. I'm not sure anymore.
But hopefully he's back now, and they get to have a good tag push. Since there's a lot of tag teams out.
I just love the Bucks. I always get mad when people talk crap on the Bucks. I think they actually tell a story.
I'm trying to find the card they're showing.
The Bucks are great. The only
card.
My only criticism of them, and I don't even know if it's a criticism of them as characters or them as wrestlers, but a lot of it feels like I don't even know how to put it into words. It feels like they don't try as much on TV as they do on pay-per-view, just because there's such a huge difference in how great their pay-per-view matches are and their TV matches. But I guess because then you can't be just putting all of your best wrestling on TV. So I guess it makes sense.
There's been a few times I feel like they've had great TV matches.
Oh yeah, they do have some. It just feels like I don't even know. Maybe I don't know why. I guess I like it more on pay-per-view than I do on TV. It's weird.
Yeah, because really, the TV shows are basically a commercial for the pay-per-view.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
I guess you also look at it this way too. Think about Kenny. Kenny's almost that same way. Where he'll do some great matches on TV, but think for the most part, he's not going as all out as he would if it was the Tokyo Dome or All Out or.
I was going to be the biggest star in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to be the biggest star in AEW.
I don't know about the biggest. Biggest is a stretch, but he's going to be very big.
Because
but I'm sure he's going to be treated better than he was in WWE.
Well, right now, I think he'll be a big star now because Danielson's out, Punk's out, Omega's out. Yeah, I think he'll be one of the top stars.
Well, he has plenty of time to get up there,
I think he'll win the AEW World Title in the near future. I don't know when, but
I don't think he's going to be winning it just because he's 41, I believe, and there's a ton of other talent that doesn't need it, but that would benefit more from it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He still hasn't won that world title on a big premiere.
I would like to see him go for the TNT title first. I'd like to see him hold that first, and then make a run for the.
Because there's so many people that could also have the world champion, like Andrade, Malachi, Adam Cole when he's back. Yeah, there's just so many. Keith Lee, Swerve, Darby.
Because he never got that world title direction WWE. I think in AEW.
And he should have.
I agree that he should have.
I still feel like that he could be a world champion on a top premier promotion.
I think he can put on a world champion level matches, but it's just a matter of there's so little space and he only has probably 4 to 5 more years of wrestling. Considering he's 41, and in that time, considering AEW does longer title reigns, you have guys like I said, Adam Cole, Andrade, and then you also have newer people or younger guys like Sammy, Jungle Boy, MJF, Darby.
I don't know what's going on with MJF because Jericho talked on his podcast he was really gone because Jericho said that he thinks that he'll come to AEW. He thinks that he'll come back to AEW sometime down the road.
I think so too, probably.
So he might actually be fired. Well,
he's still on the roster page.
Well,
wait, is he? Hold on, let me check.
No, he got taken down. He got taken down off the roster. his merchandise is pulled. He's no longer promoted on TV, not in the intros. But I don't know if I should say this, but his girlfriend, wife, I kind of stumbled on her on Facebook, and he's a lot different on Facebook than he is on TV.
Yeah, he's a theater guy.
But he plays his character non-stop. But he looks like he's an actual nice person outside of wrestling.
I'm pretty sure he is. He gave the one time that he really like broke kayfabe was when it was his last match for Create a Pro, and like his farewell speech was really heartfelt. You could tell.
Like I've always heard that the biggest heels are the nicest and the biggest faces are the rudest. Because Dean Ambrose, when he was in WWE, he was the rudest person I ever had a pleasure to meet.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, this was years ago, like 2015, 2014 years ago, but he was the rudest wrestler there. He was, he didn't want to be there. He didn't care about the fans. He just wanted to wrestle, get his paycheck, and leave. But Seth Rollins was a heel at the time, and he was the nicest. But
yeah,
I mean, I think Kenny's
But that was years ago, though. Years ago.
Because when I met him at WrestleCon, he was like one of the nicest guys I've ever met, like wrestler-wise.
He probably. I don't want to meet Dean Ambrose anyways. I want to meet John Moxley. So.
He's able to be himself, and like then again, like there's been times like where I've been frustrated with my job, and I don't want to deal with any coworkers or customers. I get where he's coming from.
But like I still
exactly.
I don't really care too much about Dean Ambrose. I like John Moxley a whole lot better.
Everyone's had a couple fun moments, but
like even CM Punk said that like he wants to go against John Moxley, like not Dean Ambrose. He wants to face. Mr. Jacobs, do you have YouTube TV?
Is mine loud?
Well, no. Like I was saying, do you have like a shark commercial or something?
I think one just came off, but now it's back to the fight.
Yeah,
it wasn't really a commercial. It's like a YouTube TV.
Yeah.
You talking about Shark Week? I love Shark Week.
I like when it was last year. Tony Schiavone said it's not Shark Week, it's Wardlow Week.
funny.
I love Shark Week, but I hate sharks. I hate sharks so much.
Yeah.
I'm going on a.
I admire them from a distance,
and I'm really scared.
That's why I don't go. I'll go to the beach.
Unspoken agreement.
Far out in the water
No, I don't go in the ocean. I stay on the beach.
Because like you might think it's a dolphin, but it could actually be a shark.
Even dolphins are mean.
Yeah, sometimes they could.
They can be pretty mean. That's true.
Killer whales are different kinds of are dolphins, and they're some of the worst. Hate killer whales.
Killer whales are cool. Like they're.
No.
I feel bad that they're going extinct because they are probably one of the coolest animals to see.
I think this Rampage will probably be one of the best of this year, maybe.
Oh,
I would
probably.
say no. Like good solid tag match, that's kind of a good like between the main event and the.
I don't know if it'll be better than what episode? It's April something. The one where Mox and Mox and Wheeler Yuta. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
it was April 8th.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it won't top that.
Match-wise, yeah.
This is a good Rampage.
This is a great Rampage, yeah. Oh, and it has to be following that crowd at Blood and Guts. That crowd was great. Crowd's always great here.
What was that?
Loud.
Whoa.
What did he just? Like one of the.
I have no idea.
He pulled something out of his pocket and then he gave it to Matt Jackson. And Matt Jackson put it under the ring. He was his phone.
Whoops! Rampage taking my phone out of my joggers. Oops.
Like I've had that happen. Like someone gave me a phone.
I miss their tassels. Like, did anybody else miss the Young Bucks tassels, or just me?
They'll return when they're faces, I bet.
Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh.
Kill him, Goto. Kill him.
That was a cool uppercut.
Yeah, that was a good uppercut slash.
Anybody else have New Japan World? Like, is it worth getting? Because I've been very
That's a
impressed.
damn good match.
But I think if it's Moxley and CM Punk, I think CM Punk's winning. I don't think he'll lose it till next year now, since.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think CM Punk's winning. Then we get an actual CM Punk reign.
Yeah.
I think that's the smart move. CM Punk is a bigger draw than Mox, and Mox can always win it down the line. He has more time on the clock.
Oh yeah, I think he'll be the first two-time AEW champion.
There's so many.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Other stories you can tell with Mox. So maybe a year and a half.
A year and a half. Because I think Eddie Kingston's probably taken it away from Punk.
See, I think
at least that's what.
Like, I would actually physically break down and cry if Kingston won.
Oh, totally. He's the most real character. He shows that despite his mental health, despite his size, and I'm not meaning to body shame. He said, he was talking about he was talking about how he enjoys his ice cream. Despite how he's been grinding on the independents for 17 years, he's still going to be able to win the big one. That's the story that can be told.
Yeah.
But looking at it, I was kind of thinking about it. With there's two wrestlers that I have a huge amount of respect for, just because, personally, some of the demons I've gone through. But Big Cass, or Morrissey, I think I would love to see him, even if it's an Impact or WWE, or even if he comes to AEW. I'd love to see him in a main event picture. He deserves it just as much as Kingston does, in my opinion. Both those guys.
Yeah, I agree. He's been through a lot, and I think he can use some redemption.
Is he gonna?
Whoa! There we go. Woo!
That was cool. And he's gonna do the finish from the other ring.
That was sick.
Oh, Melter Driver.
That was awesome.
That was sick. 3. Oh man, that was awesome.
I'm so glad they're using both rings. Last time we had Bloody Guts, it was like a visible wall between the rings.
Oh man, that was a cool ending. That was a great ending.
Shout out to Tony Khan. He's definitely stepping up his game for Rampage.
I think the women main event tonight, Nyla Rose and Toni Storm.
I'm actually excited for this one. I think it's going to be a great women's match.
Oh, we got the women main eventing. Awesome.
I heard that fans left in a big margin during this match. After the battle royal and that match, fans that was it.
It sucks because wrestling fans are so fickle like that. They'll want more women's wrestling, but then leave during it, and it sucks.
Well, the hard part is I think they were just tired. I think reports are saying it was just one of those nights where they were just so tired that they had. Yeah, like I said,
I mean, if the main event were that match we just saw with Young Bucks and versus Bishamon, I bet that more people would not be leaving. I bet there would be more fans who stayed. That's how women's wrestling has always been treated in America, and you could really trace it back to how WWE would just book it as sex appeal rather than actual wrestling talent. Divas, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Right.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So Brian Cage's two partners they're going to wrestle, but Brian Cage isn't getting the wrestle.
I'm glad to see Brian Cage back.
I'm happy that Toa Leona's probably signed.
He's not going to get the wrestle though next Friday. He's not going to be there. Just his two partners. They showed him last week in that little promo thing, but he's not going to wrestle. Looks like it's going to be them two versus Jonathan Gresham and Lee Moriarty.
See, I love Jonathan Gresham. I'm a huge
Khan and Toa Leona versus Lee Moriarty and Jonathan Gresham. That's going to be a good match. I really like Jonathan Gresham, and I love Lee Moriarty.
They should have renewed Brian Cage's contract. They wasn't going to use him because 7 months, into this year, and his 2022 record is 0-0. No, he hadn't had matches here.
Well, see, I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing because think about it. Because it's almost the same thing we were just talking about with Orange Cassidy. You have him off TV for a little bit.
He's been off TV
too. Back even just a crazy physique. He's at 6% body fat now. I was watching it one of his workout. I can't remember who he was interviewing with, but 6% body fat. 6%. This guy.
That's literally insane.
But Brian Cage, he has been using that for a year. And Cass was on that.
Yeah, it has been a long time.
why renew his contract if he wasn't going to use it? Like that's what WWE does.
I mean, I think he's probably going to be a focal point of
ROH,
Ring of Honor. I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably going to get that TV deal by the end of the year, I think.
But like Brian Cage could legally, well, because his contract's signed to AEW, not Ring of Honor, so he could legally do something about that.
I don't think he can because if AEW says to work the show because his contract is with AEW, he's going to have to.
But like ROH
Right.
is, he can still because like he's signed to AEW, like in his contract it's AEW, not ROH.
I don't think that means he can fight going to ROH because it would be AEW telling him to wrestle at this place. It doesn't. The contract isn't, hey, you can't wrestle in any company that's not AEW. It's, hey, you can wrestle where we let you.
Look at Colt Cabana.
Yes,
right.
Like Brian Cage beat their former world champion, and he beat Hangman, and then he still gets. I don't make any sense.
Unless it was his idea, because think about it, he could face Joe. Yeah, Jonathan Gretchen would be a good match. Dalton Castle would be great.
But like ROH isn't going to start up till next year. It looks like. So Brian Cage won't get one match this year on AEW.
Unless he's just trying to get his physique going.
He's also going to be working Ring of Honor pay-per-views.
His contract expires in February, so he could leave after that if he wanted.
If he does, I would have him put over Toa Leona.
He's going to go back. That's just stupid.
Yeah, he's probably going to go back to Impact. He has good matches, but like it feels like he's definitely more suited to working in independent promotion.
Because I say, like his entire Impact run has been better than his AEW run.
Yeah, because his Impact run, he was the top of the card face. He was just given more time, and more time will always make people look better. But personally, his matches, he works really well on the independent scene because he's able to do a bunch of these like really cool moves that anyone who goes to these independent shows hasn't seen. But on AEW, a lot of his matches can feel a bit formulaic, I think. And that's a big problem with a lot of wrestlers who come from like indies and AEW. I would say Luchasaurus is one of those who suffer from that problem too.
Because Jungle Boy's transitioned well. Wardlow's transitioned well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Those two have. But for me, I think Luchasaurus is probably the biggest, the most at fault of doing that. Because he really does a lot of the same stuff every match. It does feel formulaic.
But that's the direction that he's given them. Because like people like Marcus Reed told him, hey, kind of just do like slow it down, do like your tail whip, do like
And I respect how he wanted to be unique. He talked about it on the Wrestlers on the Road getting room service, about how he's like, I learned martial arts. I don't want to just go out there and do a choke slam. And I was like, I respect that a lot. But there's a lot you can do with your martial arts too, instead of doing everything at once. I know I sound like a hater, and I probably am, but it's just what I noticed.
You bring up a very good point.
I mean, to each his own. I mean, you have your opinions, No,
because I agree with that. Like, because there's a lot that I've seen where he's done some great stuff. Because he's trained with John Morrison. They do the same parkour.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he showed that he could do like the crazy stuff like those guys. But like I said, I know when he was on Talk with Jericho, they want him to be a monster, but at the same time, like I said, it is.
He's so much more talented than being just a monster.
Because think about it, when you watch say Jungle Boy, it feels like the main focus is on Jungle Boy. He's the main guy on the team, and then your heater or the person that makes a few good hits while Jungle Boy is trying to recover. That's why I'm curious to see how he's going to do with Christian. Because I believe this might be where we could see more, of Luchasaurus. And I think eventually we'll start seeing.
Just hope he doesn't get lost up in the shuffle,
I don't think he will. Christian Cage is one of their hottest acts right now. If he stays by Christian Cage, he'll be fine.
Like I have also feel like Christian Cage's Impact run when he went back is better than his whole entire AEW run. Like
his AEW run is so hot right now.
He hasn't had a match.
Yeah.
Since March.
Good storytelling.
That's the bad thing. Like Athena's already got lost in the shuffle. Like Rito's lost in the shuffle.
Statlander,
Penelope. AQA, and they just signed her. Abaddon.
Sadly.
Damn, Tony got cake.
I was really disappointed that the women's match on Forbidden Door was about like 8 minutes. I think that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It should have went on for a bit
Yeah,
more
about
time.
that.
It
Maybe
was
10.
really...
I think maybe 10 minutes would have been fine. I think for me, I think like the pacing of the show. I think it was a good fit. I don't think it overstayed its welcome. I feel like if it would have gone
See,
past,
I think it was okay for with the time they had. I think I wish they had more time in that match myself too.
I would say give them like 12 minutes because all the other matches on the show are decent length, and I guess it is affected by the fact that New Japan is only a male wrestler company.
well, I think as
So,
well, it's almost
right.
like the ones you're watching a New Japan like pay per view because think about there was some great matches that I was expecting. Like there's times like where I've kind of gone back, especially like with Cody and some of them. That's like where these guys have like these great matches, but like on pay per view they're going to cut down just a little bit on their time, just because that's how their pacing
Yeah.
is. I don't know if it was a Tony Khan decision or if it was more of or more if it was like both Tony and I can't remember who the president is of New Japan right now. Is it Goto? There it is.
No,
I think it was a mutual thing.
The president, I don't know who the president is, but I know Gato is the booker.
Gato.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's one of those things that I think it was a very good. I don't know. I think it was because of. I think it really was because of that. Like on paper, it would have been a great. It should have been a great match in a 5-star match for sure.
Thunder Rosa hasn't been having as good of matches as I know she's able to, and I think her versus Toni Storm could have been one of those great ones if it was given more time. But
yeah,
like
hopefully we'll see it again down the road.
I think we will. I think Thunder Rosa is really someone who is, if she has a great opponent, she'll put on a great match. If she doesn't have a great opponent, then it'll be hard to carry her.
Yeah, cause that's what's hard because she was good at helping bring some of the different talent up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's kind of not lacking, but I don't know. It doesn't feel as special as like I'm not trying to like I said as Britt. I feel like Britt. It was like that.
Britt was also given so much time too.
That's true.
She
Right.
really has become Tony Khan's golden goose. I'm glad that she hasn't been.
That's very safe to say.
As of too much lately, and it's not because I don't like Britt. It's just because I want so many other people to get more time. Like Connor was saying, how Athena's lost in the shuffle already.
Athena would be like. That's why like a lot of people like, especially Booker T, was really criticizing her for, like I said, she shouldn't go to AEW. But I don't know. I guess that's the hard part. Is he has so much talent.
Mm-hmm.
He has so.
And there's so much on the market right now too. Io Shirai is probably going to be on the market. I think she's probably going back to Japan though. And then Sasha Banks.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
If Sasha Banks comes into AEW, I'm having her win the championship right away. Like, I'm sorry, Thunder Rosa, but like at that point you need, because that's all. I would say that might be bigger than Cody.
No, yeah, like it's. Also
because I think if she was to go to AEW, she would put on 5-star matches.
Oh, definitely. Thunder Rosa versus Sasha Banks would be a banger match.
Oh, yeah.
Let her work a heel style. I would say, have her be a heel.
Well, because she's good at working. I would love to see.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see her in AEW ring. I think with her, like she has that star power. She has that, like she could literally help keep bringing the women's roster up and up and up. Because it's been a lot better over the last couple of years. But we need a talent like a Sasha. Because think about it, there's only so many people Britt could beat a week, or so many people that.
And Britt was that superstar, and I think Sasha Banks could also be that easily. I would say that like Sasha Banks, out of all of the women's wrestlers in the world, I don't know how, or at least in North America, I don't know how many more are better than her. I would say maybe I would say Asuka, Io Shirai, and then at that point it just becomes like preference, and I would say Sasha.
I guess it's one of the hard parts.
I mean, absolutely. It's hard to disagree with that.
I would say Bayley. I'd probably put Bayley up.
I do love Bayley. She's a great character. Bayley versus Sasha at which takeover is it? I can't remember. They had 2 takeover matches, but the 30-minute Iron Woman match was great.
She was a good she's been a good heel and a good face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I loved when she attacked her Bailey buddies. I thought it was a good touch. But,
Take her respect. That's what it was.
Yeah, I think that was the hard part. It's like she had an interesting character, and then I was talking the other day. I miss Becky Lynch as the man. I don't understand this new character. I don't know. Becky Lynch should be a talked about name right now.
I agree, and I think her character. I think it's not even bad. It's just fine. It's not. It's a step down from the man, which is I think that's the biggest problem.
It almost reminds me of that heel Stone Cold in a way.
Yeah, it's people want to cheer her, you know. But Kayla Conley says, why did AEW pass on great women wrestlers like Taya Valkyrie and Chelsea Green? Taya Valkyrie, I will agree with you on. I'm not a huge Chelsea Green fan.
Because they've spent their money on overrated people like Jade Cargill.
Whoa. I don't know.
Like month or so.
She cannot wrestle. She's the most unsafe worker. A lot of her spots, she did her finisher on the top rope, and she literally had Ruby Soho hit face first, planted, probably broke her nose or something like that.
That jaded Ruby landed on her feet and then hit the ground.
No, this was another match.
Oh, okay.
And then Jade Cargill tried to do she tried to throw someone into the turnbuckle, but she threw them on the ropes. And then there's a reason she's not in more serious matches. Because
she also draws really high viewership numbers.
She's a very good promo. She had a very good promo. I will give her that. She's great on the mic.
I doubt she's getting paid too much. She's great on the mic. You're right. Sorry, Lane. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. No, but she, like you said, she's great on the mic and she does a good promo. But it's that point where you kind of need to give it to another workhorse, because at this point, Jade needs to spend more time working on Dark or
to get better in the ring
with Danielson. You know, he can still be on TV, but like I said, I'm tired of the baddies. I'm tired of the same promo every week. This whole squash matches. It's I don't know. Give it to somebody because you can give it to Statlander and do a Cody thing where she could bring in new talent every week, or give it to people in the back that deserves to come out and wrestle. That's one thing that frustrates me. Statlander could literally give everybody probably their best match on the card. You're not using her. Same thing with Athena. Athena could come in and do great. Chelsea Green, I would love to see her in AEW, but at the same time, she would get lost in the shuffle. She's done great work with Impact, the Indies. Like I said, I think it would be almost career suicide if she came to AEW, unless she would step up and be that Sasha or Bailey level.
I don't think she can. But I want to comment on what you're saying about Jade. I totally agree with you on how everything Jade has done has felt stale recently. It does feel you know how Roman Reigns has really become doing the same thing every single episode. Yeah. It's the exact same problem, and you really got to strike while the iron is hot. I think they need to.
The bad bitch saga.
I think before her last match on Dynamite this week, the past 4 weeks, she did the same promo with Tony.
Yeah, the exact same promo.
The exact same promo. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they shot that promo and just kept re-airing it.
I think they really need to have. They need to speed her story up.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying, Mr. Jacobs?
Oh, I was going to say, exactly what Connor was saying. It seems like they just took the same promo and just rebroadcast it over weeks.
And I think Mark Sterling, I was kind of looking back on it, I think Mark Sterling kind of hid or helped mask some of her imperfections.
Then, Jim Ross, I seen one time that he doesn't hide when someone botches. So, this was Jade Cargill versus maybe me. I can't remember who it was, but the referee had already counted 3. Well, was supposed to count 3, but she waited 3 seconds later to eventually kick out. And then Jim Ross was like, "Was that a false alarm or something like that?"
Jim will call it.
I think Jade can have great matches. We've seen her versus Anna Jay on Rampage, and they had a really good match.
Yeah, she's had some great matches.
Yeah.
I do agree. She should probably be in a lower card feud and eventually build her way back up.
This is TV time, not dark time.
Because why is she 33-0? I'm not trying to mean, but she's 33-0.
with
Most of her
beating
matches have been
jobbers.
squash matches. They're
Jobbers.
trying to. She almost reminds me of like Goldberg.
Yes, Goldberg. Like all his matches.
Hold on one
were
second,
squash.
guys.
Oh, Thunder Rosa finally.
I swear, if we're getting Thunder Rosa versus
Marina
Nyla
Shafir.
Rose, or even that,
Well,
Nyla Rose
like
is new
I
to
don't have a problem with Nyla. Like
I love Nyla.
She's had like the most title shots out of anyone. It's time to give someone else.
But I think it's also like one of the ones that's like another like workhorse or gatekeeper.
Hey, this is a good tag match.
She's had great matches with Thunder, Britt.
Nyla versus Riho 2 is phenomenal. But
Yes.
it just feels like Tony Khan is hung up on the idea that Nyla has to be the number one challenger, the number one monster in the division. I would say after Jade loses the TBS title, start a Nyla versus Jade feud that it can start as a partnership, but eventually Jade surpasses Nyla as the monster of the women's
Just
division.
have them squash each other.
I like it. I like that idea. I like that.
You know what? I think that would be a good. Because think about it, Nyla is actually a very smart individual when it comes to being in the ring. So you could literally give her, you can literally have her teach Jade some other techniques and stuff. It'd be almost like a partnership. How Jungle Boy, because ever since when he was with Christian Cage, Jungle Boy's promos, in my opinion, and his actual psychology in the ring, from my opinion, has gone up. Like he learned I could tell improvement from working with Christian.
Yeah, just working with people to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like Christian's like the best person to like promo skills and character skills. Like he's
killing it right now with his heel work.
Yeah,
he's got that MJF level heat because he's talking about Jungle Boys.
That was great.
Yeah,
I watched that 5 times.
Talking about his mom and
he's playing the Yo Mama card. I like that.
Yo Mama.
Yeah, that
Mama
was
is so big.
that was a very good Rampage. That's one of the best Rampages.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, definitely my favorite. Definitely my favorite match was the Battle Royal, or the Rampage Royal.
Yeah, that one was great.
It was exciting, man. I loved it.
But I was not if you asked me who would win, I would say Hangman or Darby, but I did not see Brody winning.
I like that. It was a good surprise.
Yeah,
it was surprising. Pleasantly surprising. It was great.
I don't always to be predictable, so I liked the outcome to be surprising.
Okay, let's see new matchups.
Yeah.
Possibilities. That's hopefully a story with Blackpool Combat Club and House of Black.
I just don't know who wins that one. I want House of Black to win, but I think that I'm just biased because Malachi is probably my favorite wrestler in AEW. I have the House of Black flag that I haven't hung up yet.
And also,
I think you need to build House of Black as a top tier heel stable.
I think that they should build them up as the number one trios. I think if they do get trios tag team titles, I think they should hold them.
Yeah.
Because Blackpool Combat Club, they already have Mox with the interim championship. And I don't even know what, I don't know what trio Jericho Appreciation Society would run. Pac has the All Atlantic Championship.
I'm very happy for Pac. Yeah. That was it was well deserved and well due.
Is my PlayStation running?
Yeah,
no. No, you're all good.
I don't know.
No, you're all good. I thought I was just playing it before I got on. I was like, did I leave it on? Oh no.
Yeah, because I heard
the home theme.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that home theme.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. My bad.
No, you're all good.
Yeah.
Conversation. What the? Is it a PlayStation?
But for a lot of viewers, you might be seeing a lot of House of Black stuff on this channel. We had Buddy Matthews on a few.
Very excited.
A few weeks ago. I don't want to spoil anything, but just know that there's gonna be a lot of House of Black stuff on this channel in the coming months.
I'll have to make a setup with my flag in the background.
I'm down.
Yeah.
We should like it.
And then I'll also wear my black mask shirt, my Malachi Black clothing line shirt.
But yeah,
sweet.
That was a good Rampage. I liked all the matches, even the women's match. It was good to see Tony Storm some more TV time.
Yeah.
Like Anna LaRose, she hasn't had any TV. She hasn't been on TV in a while. So it's good to see them back on. But yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah, Tony Storm's great. I really like how her theme is a ripoff of Barracuda.
Right. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that.
We'll be back Monday for whatever we do on Monday. Then Wednesday, we'll do everything that we did this week and next week, basically. But yeah, make sure to follow the All Elite Zone social media accounts in the link description below: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Spotify. I just put some more Spotify audio up before I got on, and
yeah, awesome.
definitely pay attention to our social media accounts. You can see who our next special guests are, our upcoming streams, and all that. Yeah, we'll see you guys next Monday.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
See ya.
Peace.